everybody. But let's jump over into this video and see what kind of new scam they're coming out with debit cards in the mail.
If you still get debit cards, credit cards, or checks in the mail, you need to know about this right now.
This menace just punched the mailman, scattering his letters across the street in a random act of violence.
Like they're opening the bank account, they're opening the credit card.
Postal workers across America are under attack.
Hey Siri, 911! Hey Siri, 911!
And it's not just when you get mail. They are even waiting for you to send your mail off.
So why have postal worker robberies jumped more than 500% since 2019? They're often after.
It's happened twice to Decatur pediatrician Carol Herman in the past 6 months.
Someone
They got my check.
stole her money.
In this video, I'm going to break down why you don't always get your debit cards, your credit card.
I'll leave a link to his video. There you go. We're trying to get into
And scattering his letters across the street in a random act of violence. Unfortunately, it's not an isolated incident.
God.
Postal workers across America are under attack.
Hey Siri, 911! Hey Siri, 911!
Watch as masked men shove this New Jersey mailman to the ground as he cries for Siri to call 911.
Hey Siri, 911!
And when an
Screaming
armed
Siri.
robber points a gun at this postal worker in Ohio,
Oh my God, here.
she pleads for her life.
I'm sorry, just go, no, please, no.
So why have postal worker robberies jumped more than 500% since 2019? They're often after a master key, similar to this. Every postal worker carries one to open mailboxes on their route. But in the wrong hands, authorities say it's like criminals having a key to the city. Watch as this couple uses one to casually unlock the mailboxes at an apartment building in LA with
going crazy. Open up in an apartment building, just taking everything. They're looking for checks, bank cards, anything that they can grab to either steal your identity, get that check and cash it somewhere. Absolutely crazy.
within moments, they've stuffed 2 bags to the brim.
Once a criminal gets that key, it's an absolute free-for-all. Apartment panels, P.O. boxes, something has to be done.
Postal Police Association President Frank Albergo says mail theft has skyrocketed since the force was told in 2020 they only have authority to make arrests on post office property, not on public streets.
Now, I know what some of you all are thinking. Well, I'll just go into the post office as it's safer that way. Well, they won't steal the mail directly from you if you do it that way, at least not in front of you, but they will take it while being at work. Watch this.
The Ballantyne Post Office is a hotbed for theft.
Yeah, we learned this location is home to more reports of stolen checks than any other post office in Charlotte.
So this is the statement from our tax accountant,
Kathy Dorff believed she did everything right
paid May 12th.
when she paid her tax accountant earlier this year.
I thought, I'll go to the post office because that's safer.
Dorff says she walked inside the Ballantyne Post Office and mailed a more than $3,000 check. But then, almost 2 months later,
I thought, oh, no, I paid it.
her CPA reached back out, saying she still owed the money. She went online and looked at a copy of the deposited check.
I kind of like almost caught my breath. It was my signature, but none of the other information was in my handwriting.
That's when it clicked.
I realized, oh, I know what this is because I read about this.
Someone
They got my check and they washed it.
stole her money.
Wow.
Usually these checks are stolen from mailboxes.
Check washing itself isn't new.
You get a chemical, you put it in a little wash bin, you can put a check in there, and the handwritten ink will come off.
The U.S. Postal Service has long warned about criminals stealing checks in the mail, altering them, and depositing the money. But in recent history, the problem's grown at the Ballantyne Post Office. WCNC Charlotte discovered more than 24 Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department reports for check theft here in less than a year. More than any other post office in Charlotte. Victims
Somebody going crazy in that post office. Absolutely crazy, man.
include a 91-year-old, businesses, and even a church. all after a
Stealing from
federal
the church?
investigation busted a former processing clerk at the Ballantyne Post Office for stealing more than 200 business checks worth $1.9 million and selling them.
Keys used to steal mail and identities.
It's becoming like a nightmare.
It happened to this mother from Queens. Her new Real ID was stolen from her mailbox.
Day after day, they're doing something like they're opening the bank account, they're opening a credit card.
And it's not just debit cards or credit cards. They want anything that's related to money. Check this out.
Philadelphia mail handler is accused of stealing more than 100 United States Treasury checks while on the job. Authorities identified the clerk as Sahir Irby. Investigators say he obtained the checks during a shift at the Philadelphia Processing and Distribution Center on Lindbergh Boulevard in Southwest Philadelphia last month. Irby allegedly sold the checks to a man at Rivers Casino who was wanted for robbing another casino in March.
I've been to this particular location multiple times for problems. Business owners tell us they know not to use these blue boxes outside, but they say even when they walk inside to drop off mail, checks are being stolen.
These are copies of checks that I wrote out that were hijacked.
Yeah, so somebody inside the office is stealing. Absolutely crazy.
It's happened twice to Decatur pediatrician Carol Herman in the past 6 months. Her business checks stolen after being dropped in the mail here.
The check was changed from $100 to $5,000 and cashed the very same day that I put it inside this Decatur post office on Ponce.
Herman met restaurant owner Nareet McCrary at the bank last week because he was there for the exact same reason. His checks also stolen after being dropped off at the same post office.
And on the picture, the check, it's not my handwriting. They leave only my signature. That's it.
Channel 2 Action News has reported on mail check fraud across Metro Atlanta extensively for 3 years now. Just on Monday, this Gwinnett County couple were victims. The Postal Service Inspector General acknowledges many of these are inside jobs.
Now, we know some of the post office employees were doing this, but I didn't expect them to be so arrogant online on how they were spending your money. You won't.
Oh, yeah, absolutely correct. I just did a video on a woman, USPS worker, who's over here posing. She got the money phone now. She got the money phone posing with the money. Acting like, oh yeah, I ain't got enough money to do all that. But yeah, she got the money phone doing all of that. They love to do all of that, y'all. Yeah, see, that's the one right there. Yes, we just did a
posted about lavish trips to Hawaii tonight.
We just did a video on her, y'all. Go back and look at that video. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. People do not care. I think we got the gist of everything with that, but people do not care. You don't know who is going to try to steal your check. You don't know. I mean, it's sad to say it, but there's bad people in every industry, though. There is bad people in every industry. Scammers and everything like that. They're not just taking your debit cards, they're taking your checks, they're taking your IDs, anything to open up an account. So you have to be aware. You got to keep your identification on lock. Go get a service to help you keep track of everything. I mean, it's absolutely sad. People are stealing, getting their change. They said they changed $100 to $9,000, something crazy like that. Something crazy like that. You just think you're trying to deposit a little $100 in there, and the next thing you know, they say your account is empty $9,000. Your account's empty negative $9,000. That's what mine would say. Mine would say, oh yeah, negative 8,000, something. Absolutely crazy, y'all. Be careful. Please be careful. And the people who attack mail workers and are inside, who work in the mail and are stealing from citizens, send them away. Send them away. I don't want any, there's no leniency. No leniency. None of that. Nah, they especially if you work in there, no leniency. But then if you're attacking mail workers, good mail workers, nah, send them all away. Scammers, anything like that, send them all away. Absolutely crazy. Please keep your identity unlocked. Make sure you're looking over any kind of suspicious emails, anything like that. Don't reply to text. Don't log into suspicious websites. Yeah, you just got to be careful nowadays because with the higher end, with newer technologies coming out, scams are getting more elaborate. Scams are getting more elaborate and you won't know. So you got to do your own research before you just go in and put your social security number in someplace. Be careful out there, y'all. Please be careful. Absolutely crazy. Let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know if you've been scammed anyway. Let me know if you've experienced any check fraud or anything like that. If someone has changed your check and stolen your check and then changed the amount. It's a cold world out here, y'all. It's a cold world. But we got to keep living it, so we got to review the world together so we can fight against this stuff and keep our head on a swivel. Keep our head on a swivel. All right, everybody, remember this is AC Reviews the Word. Remember to like and subscribe.